Hey everyone, so we're here today at Yacht Club where we have a club level room. So of course we're super excited about that. And this is a water view. Now water view can mean either pool or lake, so it doesn't necessarily mean you'll get the lake. We kind of have a combination of the two.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. But what I'm most excited about is the fact that we are club level, which means unlimited food and drink for the entirety of our stay, the day we check in and the day we check out and all the days in between. So super excited to be here enjoying the food at Yacht Club and showing it to you guys as well.
So let's check out the room.
So as you can see, these rooms have been recently remodeled. They do have the hard floors throughout and of course all the new furniture as well. Over here on our left, we have our K-cups and our Keurig. We've got our mugs and cups for that. We have our ice bucket, and then down below, we will find our mini fridge, which is one of those newer style mini coolers where they don't have a freezer section, so just be aware of that. And there is a drawer up above it, but there is nothing in there. It's just a little drawer. So. And then to the right of that is our closet area. And I will say these closets are pretty cool compared to most of the rooms. They have decided to make them into this kind of wardrobe style where you have the bar for the hanging clothes in there and you got a full length mirror on the door. And because we're club level, of course, you have to have fancy robes because when you're club level, you fancy. So you get the fancy robes and the fancy slippers that you can take with you if you'd like. Please don't take the robes, but you can take the slippers because they don't want to reuse those. That's nasty. And then on the other side, we have a second hanging rack there as well as a couple shelves down below for storage. And then this one is the one that I think is kind of the coolest where they have the shelves over there on the right as well as a cabinet with your iron and ironing board, which actually just pulls out and unfolds. So you don't have like the gigantic noisy ironing board anymore to deal with and wrestle with. You actually just have the little sliding ironing board. So I thought that was kind of a really awesome way to store that and kind of cool. And then of course your safe is in there as well. So kind of a neat storage solution there. The bathroom is separated by a gigantic barn door and it does have that slow close feature. So if you pull it to slam it, it will not slam. It kind of catches right before the end. And so that's kind of nice to have that there. And then the bathroom itself, you've got a double vanity with fairly limited counter space in here, but you do have the additional shelf up above. And you also have some shelving and a drawer down below. So you have a little bit of storage space there to kind of spread things out if you need to. And then of course the giant mirror all the way across as well. And then we've got a makeup mirror over there on the side. And then the bathroom over here where the toilet and the shower are is separated by one of these pocket doors that you can kind of push into the wall or pull out and close. So it's really nice to have that. It doesn't take up any additional room. And I love that they've kind of started moving over to those because it just really fits well into smaller spaces. Of course, your toilet is in here and your towels, and then you have a walk-in shower, not a tub in here. And the walk-in shower does still have the individual smaller soaps and shampoos. And then there is a detachable shower head as well as the rainfall shower head up there. So you have both of those in the walk-in shower here. Onto the bedroom, we did get one of the few king beds that they have available here on club level. So it's really nice for us to have this king bed. As you can see, they've got kind of the same theming with all the furniture around with the blues and the wood. And then the bed is raised up off the ground. So you do have under the bed storage there. You can slide your suitcases underneath if you need to. And beside the bed on either side, we have a nightstand, which looks really cool. It looks like an old trunk or something. I think it's awesome. And then of course we have our USB outlets and our wall outlets built into that as well. On the wall beside the bed, we have one of our two hidden Mickeys here in this room. Let's get over here and see if we can show you the ship there. Has a Mickey head and a 71 on it, of course, representing 1971 when Walt Disney World first opened with the Magic Kingdom. So really fun little Easter egg they stuck there on the boat. Now the dresser in here has several drawers on either side, as well as a cabinet in the middle where you'll find your extra pillow and blanket as well. And then on top of the dresser, we have more of those USB outlets and wall outlets. Of course, the giant TV up above. One thing I do want to point out about this room as well is that they have a light in the ceiling that is really large and quite bright. This is one of the better lit rooms that we've stayed in overall, just because there, as you can see, are a lot of lights around between the lamps and the ones above the bed and the one on the ceiling. A lot of lighting in here, which is really nice and not typical with these resort rooms. We've got a chair and an ottoman over here because there's a little more space being a king bed and not 2 queens. So they decided to give us a chair and ottoman there. And then we have our desk, which has even more of those USB outlets built in. So we have got more than enough places to plug up our phones and iPads and computers and all that because they are all over the room. The desk has a chair, and then underneath the desk is a secondary table that you can pull out, which comes in handy if you have any kind of food in the room. You want to kind of pull that over and sit on the chair or on the bed and have somewhere to set your things. Or, you know, if you're working and you want to sit somewhere else besides the desk, it's kind of nice. The last thing I'll show you before we head out and check out the view is the curtains. And these may be my favorite curtains in any resort because they have taken the stars and made Disney constellations. And I'm gonna probably miss some, so I'm gonna try to go over them quickly and let you see them. But they gave them fun names like Mousimus Lovelius, which is Minnie Mouse there. And then you have Taurus Harmonious, of course, Ferdinand the Bull. Mermaidius Curiosus, which is Ariel. Got Pluto over here, got Hercules. I see Mushu there. We've got Pegasus, it looks like. Simba, Flounder. We have Coda right here. And then we have Kenai there next to him. And then, of course, Mickey. We couldn't leave Mickey out. Mousimus Jovialis. So really fun curtain there. And I think that's probably one of my favorites because it's very much Disney, but it doesn't look like it until you pull it out and start looking at it a little closer. Now these rooms do have balconies on them, as they're all here on the 5th floor. As you can see, this is a very, very large balcony compared to most other rooms at any of the other resorts. We've got a lot of space out here. We do have 2 chairs and a small table, but we have what's called a water view. I'm not quite sure I'd call this a water view myself, looking at the building there. However, if we look to the right, I understand that this is probably why they called it water view, because we have a view of the pool, which is water. And then also if you look to the right, we have a nice view of the lake. So if we lean out a little further, you can even see the lighthouse down there at the end of the dock. So really pretty view from here. A little bit loud because you have the main pool. Obviously this is without a doubt the best pool on property. So it's gonna be busy, it's gonna be a little noisy, but in the evening, I think it's gonna be really pretty out here, and in the morning as well. And look, you can even see Epcot. You can see the Eiffel Tower over there and some of the countries poking up over the treetops. So that's gonna conclude our tour here of the Water View Club Level Room at Yacht Club. We hope you enjoyed that room tour, and if you did, be sure to give us a thumbs up down below and leave any questions or comments in the comments section and we'll get back to you. If you'd like to see more videos of other rooms at the Walt Disney World Resorts, be sure to check out our channel and subscribe because we have a ton of videos on there and a lot more still coming.
And for even more information about Walt Disney World and the Walt Disney World Resorts specifically, go to herewiththeears.com. There's a link below you can click on. There's so much information we have on there as well. Thank you all for watching, and until next time.
We're here with the ears.